Bonjour. Today we're gonna learn how to count in French from 1 to 10. I have a very good method to teach the number. First, we're gonna repeat the number. Don't worry about how to write, how to spell each number. We're gonna see it in the second part. The first part, we're gonna focus only to pronounce the number. Okay, then we're gonna see how to write a number. And after that, I'm gonna give you some fun facts about each number and some tips, some advice how to pronounce well, and at the end, other exercise to memorize. Let's start. C'est parti. Repeat after me. Un, deux, trois. Un, deux, trois. Un, deux, trois, quatre. Quatre, cinq. Allez, on répète encore une fois. We repeat again the five first numbers. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. Faster. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. And after that, we got six. Six. Répète. Sept. Six, sept. Huit. Six, sept, huit. Six, sept, huit, neuf, 10. Ok. Répète encore une fois. Six, sept, huit, neuf, 10. Now we're gonna repeat all the number. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, 10. Okay, let's see how we write it. And you're gonna understand why I didn't want you to write it at the beginning. Because the way we write the number is really different how to pronounce it. So the first number is un. You can write it now in your book. Page 10, page 10, now you know this number. And you can write and repeat also. Un. After that, we've got deux. Deux. Ok. Un, deux. On don't pronounce do or du. No, it's deux, like e. Deux. And then we have trois. Remember in French, the O with the letter E, O and I, we pronounce wa. That's why we don't say trois, we say trois. Trois. Un, deux, trois. And then we have quatre. It's like, the animal, cat, meow. Actually, some French don't even pronounce the R at the end, or we just listen to it like little bit like cat, cat, cat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes we say it really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't even pronounce the R. So try to pronounce it, but don't say 4. Softer. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 5. It's a nasal nose, nasal sound, like with uh, these parts of uh, your body with your nose. 5. And this time we have to listen the k. 5. 5. D'accord? Repeat again the 5 first number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if you're like alone, it's important that you repeat. It's like a good exercise to memorize and to correct your pronunciation. Then we have 6. And another reason I didn't want to write before because I didn't want you to pronounce 6. No, it's like 6. Like if it was a S at the end. 6. Okay? And then we have 7. Also, very important, we don't pronounce the P at all. We write it, but we don't pronounce it. We just say set. We listen the T. You can hear the T at the end. Set. And then you have 8. 8. And then we have 9. 9. And at the end, 10. Like the 6, we don't pronounce dix. We say this. This. Okay, let's repeat all the number one more time, and then I'm gonna give you some fun facts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ok, très bien. Alors, le numéro 1, I put this picture, and this group of letters is also pronounced like un. In French, sometimes you could listen French people say un when they want someone to repeat something. Oh, it's not very polite, huh? Don't say this like in like a formal environment because it's like what? But it's the same pronunciation as the number one. We just write it like this. Okay, if you want. It's also like if you are surprised about something and you want the person to repeat because you are not sure. Like seriously? Can you repeat that? Deux, very useful if you go to a restaurant. Au restaurant. Okay, because usually they want to know how many people. So you can say une table pour deux, a table for two, une table pour deux. And don't forget to say please, une table pour deux, s'il vous plaît. Ok, répétez, répétez avec moi. Repeat with me. Une table pour deux, s'il vous plaît. And important, une is a feminine form of un. Okay, un is masculine and une is feminine. And table is feminine. That's why we say une table. Okay, une table pour deux, s'il vous plaît. Let's see what we have for number 3. Le numéro 3. Do you know these people? Les Trois Mousquetaires. You know the famous novel by Alexander Dumas, like the elite soldiers of the French king. And they have like a really famous like Sentence, they repeat un pour tous et tous pour un, like one for all or all for one. Un pour tous pour un, les trois mousquetaires. What we have for number 4? Ah, les 4 saisons. Les 4 saisons. Like Vivaldi. Tan, 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 taratam. It's a good way to learn les 4 saisons. What do we have? We have le printemps. Le printemps, which should be like spring in English. Le printemps. Le printemps. And then we have l'été. Like the summer. L'été. And then we have l'automn. And finally, l'hiver, like the winter, l'hiver. OK, les 4 saisons. Hop là, 5, ah, comme le parfum très célèbre, the famous perfume, le parfum. Le parfum, if you want, number 5 in French, you should say Chanel numéro 5. Chanel numéro 5. OK, le fameux parfum. 6. Ah, alors, 6, qu'est-ce que c'est? Alors, ça, c'est la carte de Paris. It's the map of Paris. And what is it? Gare Saint-Lazare, gare du Nord, gare de l'Est, gare de Lyon, gare d'Austerlitz, gare Montparnasse. Qu'est-ce que c'est une gare? Une gare is a train station. Alors, in Paris, there is 6 train stations. 6 gares. Il y a 6 gares à Paris. There are 6 train stations in Paris. Il y a 6 gares à Paris. So depending you want to go to France, you have to choose the correct train station. 7. And not sept. 7. Ah, comme les 7 jours de la semaine. Lundi, Monday. Mardi, Tuesday. Mercredi, Wednesday. Jeudi, Thursday. Vendredi, Friday. Samedi, Saturday. And dimanche, Sunday. Did you know that the day of the week they are named for most of them for the planets of the solar system? Like lundi is like la lune, like the moon. Well, it's not a planet, but it's a satellite. Mardi, like Mars. Mercredi, like Mercure. Jeudi, like Jupiter. Vendredi, like Venus. Samedi, like Saturn. And dimanche, I don't remember. Well, you're gonna tell me. Dimanche. Ok, donc 7, les 7 jours de la semaine. Les 7 jours. So 7 days of the week. Les 7 jours de la semaine. And here is aujourd'hui. C'est lundi. Aujourd'hui means today. Today, it's Monday. Wait, I don't know if it's Monday in at the time you see the video, but if not Monday, it's me Wednesday, you're gonna say aujourd'hui, c'est mercredi, ok? 8. Ah, like the infinite, l'infini. 8, alors on dit souvent c'est un porte-bonheur, hein. Like a lucky number, porte-bonheur. Un chiffre porte-bonheur. A lucky number, un chiffre porte-bonheur. Like in the Chinese, no? Like a lot, number 8, 8. Un chiffre porte-bonheur. 9. Alors 9, it's interesting because it also means new in French. For example, if you want a new apartment, un appartement neuf, un appartement neuf. You're gonna say like this. It's not the apartment number 9. No, it's the brand new apartment. Ah, j'ai un appartement neuf. Also, there is expression in French like quad neuf. Quoi de neuf? It means what's new. Quoi de neuf? And then this. Ah, this it's interesting because in France, usually when you take an exam, especially like in middle school, high school, etc., like the grades are out of 20. Okay? 20 in French. So if you have this, you have la moyenne, like you are at the middle, la moyenne. You have like average. And you need like average, at least you need 10 sur 20, 10 out of 10 to pass the exam. Okay? But if you got 0 sur 20, obviously you don't pass the exam. Hein. Okay? 0 sur 20. Okay, let's do an exercise to memorize the number. Can you tell me how to say in French this number? 7. Très bien. How you say this number? 3. Okay, how you say this? 5. How you say this? 9. How you say this? 6. How you say this? 2. How do you say in French this? 1. How do you say this number? 4. How do you say this number? 8. How do you say this number? 0. Ok, maintenant plus compliqué, on va faire des mathématiques. In French, 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 égale 5. Ok. 7 moins 1 égale 6. Ok. 4 plus 5 égale 9. 3 plus 4 égale 7. Ok. 5 moins 2. 5 moins 2 égale 3. Ok, this one was 5 moins 2 égale 3. Ok, très bien. Ok, let's repeat all the number. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Just for the three first number. 1, 2, 3. Ok, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Répétez every number until 7. Ok, one last time until 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ok, ok, très bien. One last time, but really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ok. Bah, très bien, merci beaucoup. C'est fini pour aujourd'hui. La prochaine classe, je pense que c'est une classe de conjugaison. Allez, merci beaucoup. Au revoir et à bientôt.